Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Rachel. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if it's not your first time here, thanks for coming back. Have you ever tried a super overhyped product that everybody loves and you just don't get the hype and it just doesn't work for you? That's happened to me quite a few times. And I think, am I the only one in the world who doesn't like this product because everybody else seems to rave about it? We're gonna talk about some of those products today. I'm gonna go over a few products that I don't like. I hate to say hate, but I'm gonna title it hate. Products that I hate that everybody else loves. Now, this is all in good fun, okay? If you are one of the people that loves this product, you're absolutely not alone. And it's totally cool, and I'm happy that it works for you. But this is just a fun little rant video. It's just makeup. It's really not that serious. But if you also dislike these products, please let me know down in the comments so I know that I'm not alone. I got this video idea from Samantha March. I will link her channel down below. She has done this video several times, and I thought it was a fun idea. Okay, let's just get to it. Okay, the first product, like I'm cringing inside just thinking about it. The first product that I hate that everybody else seems to love is the Unseen Sunscreen by Supergoop. When I tell you the texture of this sunscreen grosses me out. So I got it from like a point perk on Sephora, I think. And I was like, oh my gosh, so many people rave about this sunscreen. It's called Unseen Sunscreen because it's clear when it squeezes out of the tube. There's no tint at all to it. So I thought this is awesome. Like, you know, it's not gonna give me any sort of white cast or whatever. So I got it and I squirted it out and it immediately felt like a silicone primer. That's exactly what it feels like. Like the Smashbox, you know, the clear primer from Smashbox, like literally exactly like that primer. And, you know, when you have a primer, you're supposed to like, you know, put it in certain areas. You have to wipe this entire silicone, nasty gel all over your face. And not only just a little bit, you've got to put a thick layer on because it's a sunscreen, right? To get the protection that you really need from a sunscreen, you have to put quite a lot on. I tell you, that was the worst texture, the worst feeling of any sunscreen I've ever worn. I don't like the texture. That's what it comes down to. I didn't like it at all. So if you don't like those types of textures, I definitely would not recommend trying that sunscreen. I will just say quickly, one of my favorite sunscreens right now that I'm loving, loving, loving for oily skin, if you have oily skin, is the Bliss DRUGSTORE sunscreen. Like that is the most beautiful primer-like feeling, but it's a lot silkier, a lot less thick and silicone-y. It's a beautiful consistency. And if you have normal to dry skin, I love the Kinship Self-Reflect Probiotic Sunscreen. That's a great one, very moisturizing. Okay, the next product. I don't understand, like I don't understand. The NARS Orgasm Blush. So I have one. So this is like a little tiny one that I got, again, as like a point perk pretty recently. I did have one of these a long time ago and I used it and I was like, I really don't like it. Now, my preference for blush, let me say this. I don't like shimmer in my blush. I like matte blushes. I like blushes that have like a satin sheen to them, but this one has actual sparkle in it, like gold sparkle. And I also really prefer a blush that has a base color to it, not something that's just like a topper. And this to me, like I'm digging my finger in this and there's hardly any pink pigment coming off. It is very, 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 very subtle of a base color, but a lot of gold reflect. And again, you guys, I have a light skin tone and I really have a hard time getting any sort of color payoff on my cheeks without having to build it, and then it's a lot of sparkle. I don't know. I don't like this blush at all. So anyway, I was saying I had one before, I used it, and I was like, I don't really know how I feel about this. I don't really like it. I decluttered it, and then, you know, 5 years later, present day, I picked it up as a point perk, and I was like, maybe I like it now. No, I still don't like it. The next thing that I dislike, really, and this is kind of a broad category, is primers. I really don't like primers. There's only been a handful of primers in my years of wearing makeup that I really feel like have actually done something positive for my makeup. I feel like a lot of mattifying pore filling primers, which would be good for me, right? Because I have oily skin. I feel like they make me more oily. I feel like they break up my makeup, and I feel like they make my foundation apply really weird, really patchy, separating. I just don't like how it makes my makeup look upon application and throughout the day. I just don't. And then for moisturizing primers, I really don't feel like they do much. Like, I bought the Smashbox Primerizer because everybody raves about it. And I put it on and I was like, this literally just feels like a moisturizer. I feel like I'm adding an extra step and I could just use my moisturizer. I don't know. The only real primers that I feel like do something for me are like gripping primers, like the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I feel like that is a really good primer. It does allow my makeup to last longer. It doesn't make my makeup look weird upon application. It adds moisture if I have like a super matte foundation. And the e.l.f. Mint Melt Primer, which I feel like is very similar to the Hydro Grip. So those types of primers, okay, but like all other primers, I don't like them. Okay, I hate to throw Essence under the bus. I love Essence. I have a lot of products from the brand that I love. But there are 3 products from the brand that are so hyped. And I really don't like them at all. I don't know, I just don't get it. I don't get it. So the first one is the Essence Lash Princess Mascara. This is probably like the most talked about drugstore mascara on the market. I hear everybody talking about it. It's incredibly affordable. So I bought it, okay? Why not? I like to try everything. And I am the type of person, I really don't have a problem with smudging or flaking. It's a rare occasion that happens to me. I think because I just have tiny little lashes, so they just stick straight out, so they don't touch the top or the bottom of my eyes. The first time I wore the Lash Princess, by the end of the day, my under eyes were a crumbly mess. It flaked so bad on me. And again, I never really have a problem with that. So maybe I got a dud. It's possible. It's entirely possible. But I really don't find that I like that mascara. There are so many other drugstore mascaras I prefer over that one, and it just didn't work out for me. The next thing from Essence that I feel like, I'm not gonna say I hate it. I don't hate it. I just don't love it, and I don't understand the hype about it, is the Pure Nude Highlighter. This one is in the shade Be My Highlight. People rave about this highlight, how amazing it is, how beautiful it is. Honestly, I don't really see the hype. And I feel like this would be right up my alley because it is not a blinding highlight. It's supposed to be more of that lit within glow, but I feel like this is even like too subtle for me. It almost looks chalky to me, and it has a pretty strong base color to it, which I don't prefer, but I don't even know if you can see anything. I feel like there's hardly anything that shows up besides like a chalky, kind of dusty layer on my skin. I'd rather just not wear highlight and let my oils peek through, and it's just about the same thing. Actually, my oils are a little bit more of a blinding highlight. But yeah, I don't get the hype around this. And then the last thing I decluttered from my collection from Essence is the lip gloss, the clear lip gloss. Shine, Shine, Shine is what it's called. Okay. It is a beautiful looking gloss. I will say that. Like on the lips, it looks very shiny. There are 2 things about it I don't like. The first thing is the scent. I cannot stand how florally and perfumey it is. Now, okay, if it was a liquid lipstick or a blush or a foundation, I can deal with it, okay? Because it's not going inside my mouth as I'm talking like a gloss does. I feel like as I'm talking, as I'm eating, I'm basically drinking perfume in a gel form. I really don't like the scent or the taste of it. It's just not, I don't like it. If I'm wearing a gloss that has a scent, I really want it to be more like food-ish, like fruity or, you know, sweet, something like that. I don't like a perfume scent in my gloss. And then the other thing is I feel like it's super gloopy. Like it gets those strings in the middle where my inner lips are. By the end of the day, I feel like I've got gloopiness all over my lips because it is quite a thick consistency and I just don't love it. I don't love it. It does look beautiful on the lips, but I just can't. I can't. So I don't. Okay, and the very last thing I want to talk about is lash glue. So the Duo Lash Glue is something that people have talked about for years, right? I had been using Duo Lash Glue for years. It was back, I've been dancing since I was a kid. When we put lashes on, we took the squeezy tube of Duo Lash Glue. That's like so nasty. We didn't really have much choices back then. There were very few lash glues to choose from. But the Duo Lash Glue, I really don't like it for two reasons. The first reason is every time I would use it, I feel like there wasn't enough stick to it, that I would put my lashes on and they would peel or they would completely come off. It just wasn't adhering enough. And I'm specifically talking about the one with the green writing. I'll pop it up on the screen with the brush tip. That's the one I'm specifically talking about that everybody loves. And then the other reason is it irritated my eyes. I had been using it for a while to replace the House of Lashes lash glue that had been also severely irritating my eyes. And the Duo one was fine for a while, but then it started to really irritate my eyes. I don't know if they changed the formula or what the situation was, but it irritates my eyes, and I feel like it doesn't really do that great of a job of actually gluing the lashes to my eyes, which is what I want when I have a lash glue. I would suggest the Lily Lashes lash glue. That is my favorite one. It doesn't irritate my eyes, and it does a really good job of gluing the lashes to my eyes, but not leaving a ton of residue behind either when I wash my face. Okay, and that is it for this video about products that I hate that everybody else seems to love. Am I the only one? Maybe. That's okay. It just goes to show you that not all products work for everybody, and that's totally okay. We all have different preferences and different skin types, different skin tones, different texture issues. Leave me a comment down below letting me know, are there any products that you do not like that everybody else seems to love and rave about? I would love, love, love to know your answers. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot when you do that. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe before you leave. I do upload videos weekly, both beauty and fashion videos, and I'd love to see you back on my channel. I want to thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you next time. Bye.